With Thanksgiving coming up next week, personally, I have never really been a ham girl. I have always preferred turkey. However, my ham recipe is one that I really enjoy, so I figured I would share it with you guys for the Thanksgiving season. First, I start off by making my glaze. I start off with half of a cup of honey, 1 cup of brown sugar, and then for the star of the show, I do 3 tablespoons of these 4 fruit preserves. I swear to y'all, you cannot skip this step. It is so good. I do the juice of an entire orange, and then I crack in just a little bit of salt before I turn my heat on medium heat. Once this is simmering, I only let it simmer for about 3 minutes because I don't want to burn the glaze. Once it's done simmering, I go ahead and I turn my heat off. And this is where things get easy, y'all, because we are just going to stick this bad boy in the crock pot and we are going to forget about it. Or not really. You kind of want to keep an eye on it and make sure you're treating it a little bit like a turkey. But I just add my spiral ham to my crock pot, and then I add on a couple slices of orange, and then I go ahead and put that glaze right on top. I'll usually go ahead and start mine on low for 4 hours. However, I never actually cook it for the entire 4 hours. Normally it only takes about 3 to 3.5 hours to cook through. You have to remember that these hams already come cooked, so really you're just trying to make it so that the glaze is nice and cooked into the meat. You don't want to overcook it. It just needs a couple of hours to get nice and warm in the crock pot. Just to make sure I am getting all of that glaze into the nooks and crannies, I do like to go in every 20 minutes, and I will baste it the same way that I do my turkey. I will get up in those cracks, get the glaze in there. It just is the best way to make sure your ham is moist. Then when I'm serving, I make sure I put a little bit of the juice on the bottom, then my meat, then the oranges, and then more of that glaze. And y'all, it is so good. This is the only way I will eat my turkey, and it's even better because it is super simple.